Early on in my career, I made the mistake of saying yes to everything, thinking that being boundaryless and being a yes person actually would buy me rapport with superiors. But in fact, when it came to things like promotions and being the lead of different projects, oftentimes we see that saying yes to everything has us being overlooked because it tends to kind of demonstrate that maybe we can't prioritize time and energy. So we would love to double click on this particular conversation around boundaries and understand from you how we can set boundaries that both help us build a respectful relationship with our superiors, but also maintain our own credibility. Can you help us understand this?
Of course. Well, I really appreciate you sharing that experience, because what you went through is something far too many people discover way too late, which is, yes, there is a time and a place, especially earlier in your career. You're gathering experiences and you want exposure, but there starts to become this turning point where, correct, it starts to work against you. Leadership starts to think, well, we don't know if you know how to prioritize or have hard conversations or manage the different stakeholders and expectations. And we can't promote you because you already seem overstretched. So how could you possibly take on more? Or who else is going to do your job? And so I think that is a mindset shift in itself for people to realize, actually, this being able to push back tactfully is a leadership skill in itself. We think of it as a negative, as a defensive strategy, when in actuality it is what leadership wants to see. And that really factors into this approach. I almost called this the pushback conversation, because I think boundaries implies that we just say no and the conversation stops there. Like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I can't do that. And unfortunately, no is not a complete sentence in the workplace. We have to be more diplomatic and tactful about how we go about delivering it. And so when it comes to pushback, to straddle that line of team player while also protecting yourself, there's a few different approaches you can use. One of my favorites is called the trade-off approach. And this is all about saying, I hear both of these things are important. It's not possible to do both of these at once. So what would you like to deprioritize or slow down on? What would you like me to delegate here? My recommendation would be we focus on this. Does that sound good to you? Or even better, if that sounds good to you, I'll proceed with that.